Hello students, today we are going to see environmental audit protocol. So let us see what is meant by environmental audit protocol. So first we have to understand the meaning of this word audit protocol. There are many firms which are used to do environmental audit protocol, like we have seen in case of environmental impact assessment EIA. There is a certain government committee to do EIA and other subject experts also involved in that. There are various steps to do EIA, like screening, scoping, whatever we have seen. But in case of environmental protocol, there is no any certain steps, means step number 1, step number 2, like this. There are no certain protocols or any specific protocols. Each and every company design their protocols according to their requirement, and some firms, those firms who used to help such companies to do environmental audit, so they design a general protocol for companies or organizations to do to prove that the project or the company's production is not harmful to the environment. So let us see, there are some steps in that. So what is that? First, step number 1 is guidance on key requirements, definition on regulatory terms. Then third point is overview of EVS management, and fourth point is checklist. So let us discuss about the fourth point. The fourth point, which is the most important point in this case, is that a checklist. A checklist is important. In checklist there are certain types of questions, in short yes no type of question or some short answer type of question. So such a checklist are provided to the subject experts or the people who are related to this project, or citizens also. And after the fulfillment of checklist, then the conclusion will be drawn about that certain project. Now we have checklist with us. After that, what should have to be done? So in this case, they have to, the committee or the firm which is the firm which is used to the audit, so they have to see whether the material disposal facility or wastewater treatment facility. So these things are working effectively or not. So they have to overview on all these things here. When your environmental audit completed, then what will be the next step? Let us see. After completion of environmental audit, then you have to find protocol, provide the framework. Means what? You have to make a framework. For example, you have done audit of according to your designed protocol. After that, that committee observed some lacunas or some suggestions or some problems related to that environment. For example, your effluents which is released to the nearby river or nearby water resources, it is not treated, or the energy consumption is more in your company. For example, the waste is created in your company is very harmful, and the amount of waste is tremendous. So for that, how to mitigate on these problems? So after the audit process completion, you have to make a framework. Okay. Then for correcting deficiency uncovered by team, like that, as per I said, that committee or team suggested some lacunas or some problems. So according to the suggestion of committee, you have to mitigate on that. For example, to reduce energy consumption, to reduce wastewater, to reduce the waste amount, to treat the wastewater which is released from your company. So these are some suggestions which are suggested by the environmental by the team which is organized under the environmental audit protocol. Then these are for example, you have done some changes according to the suggestion of committee. Then now in your company, energy consumption is less and the production of waste is also less. But instead of doing any mitigation process, it is better to find out the root cause analysis to know the reason. If we know how to reduce, or if we know how to finish this issue regarding the for example, certain XYZ process is responsible to cause the extra waste in your company. So if you replace that process by any other instrument or any other things, so the waste created by that particular thing is automatically finished. So the root cause, the problem is automatically finished in this way. For example, energy consumption. For example, you are using something, means you are using regular electricity supply in your company. So instead of doing that, if you use that solar energy or other wind energy, so then the energy consumption not only the less, but the overall burden on the energy loss in your energy loss due to your company and its effects on the environment. So the problem is automatically finished. So for that, instead of doing mitigation practices, it is better to use root cause analysis to know the reason. So if you find out the reason and the absolute or the correct solution on your problem, then the problem which is hazardous to the environmental due to your company, it automatically reduced. Then let us see next. To ensure problem will not occur, so after that you should have to confirm time to time the problem which is very harmful to nearby citizen, which is harmful to our environment. So it should not occur. For example, you have done some mitigation practices, or you have find out some with the help of root cause analysis, you have find out the perfect solution also. But you have to take care time to time. You should have to take care time to time that the problem will not occur after some years. Then you should have to also check that the second option you have find out for the mitigation purpose, like you have find out solar energy option or wind energy option, whether these problems also cause some adverse effect in your company or in your production also. So you have to also find out on other angle also. So these are all the process which you have to take care after the environmental audit protocol. Means if when you have finished your environmental audit with the help of your own designed protocol and some expert team members, as we have seen just some time before, that in that 4 processes, that is overview, and after that checklist. Yes, in checklist some yes no type of question and some short answer type of questions are there. So after the completion of audit, you have to take care of all these things. Means you have to make a certain framework, and you have to work in that framework, and according to framework you have to move on and just you have to find out the solution on that particular problems, and it is better if you go towards the root cause analysis. So in the root cause analysis, you are able to solve the root cause or the reason behind that problem, and in this way you have get 100% relief due to the hazardous or bad effect on the environment. Not only mitigation is somewhat relief from that problem, but root cause analysis is the perfect solution for this problem. Thank you.